Hey there, welcome to this video all about procrastination. Now I know what you're thinking, procrastination. I'll watch this later. But hold up, because understanding procrastination is key to unlocking your productivity potential. Procrastination is everywhere in our society. From putting off that big project at work to waiting until the last minute to study for an exam, we've all been guilty of it at some point or another. But why do we do it? And more importantly, how can we stop? Well, that's what this video is all about. By the end of it, you'll have a better understanding of procrastination and some practical tips for combating it. But before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. Alright, let's get started. Now that we've established what procrastination is, let's dive into why we do it. It's a common human behavior that we're all guilty of, but why do we put things off until the last minute? Well, it turns out there are several psychological reasons behind it. Firstly, fear of failure can be a significant factor in procrastination. We may feel like we're not capable of completing the task at hand, so we put it off until the last minute. It's easier to blame failure on lack of time rather than lack of ability. Secondly, lack of motivation can also play a significant role in procrastination. When we don't feel motivated to complete something, we push it to the back of our minds until we're forced to do it. This can be a vicious cycle, as the longer we put it off, the less motivated we feel to actually do it. Lastly, perfectionism can also lead to procrastination. We set high standards for ourselves and feel like we need to complete the task perfectly, which can be overwhelming and cause us to put it off. Now, let's talk about how procrastination affects our daily lives. Have you ever put off doing laundry until you're completely out of clean clothes? Or waited until the night before a big project is due to start working on it? We've all been there, and it can cause unnecessary stress and anxiety. Procrastination can lead to missed opportunities, decreased productivity, and even impact our mental health. It's important to recognize when we're procrastinating and take steps to overcome it. So, next time you catch yourself putting something off, remember that you're not alone, and there are ways to overcome procrastination. Alright folks, let's tackle one of the biggest hurdles that we all face: procrastination. We've all been there, putting off something until the last minute, only to find ourselves stressed out and scrambling to get it done. But fear not, there are tips and tricks that can help you overcome this common obstacle. First and foremost, it's important to set realistic goals. Don't overwhelm yourself with a massive to-do list that's impossible to complete in one day. Instead, break tasks into smaller steps that are easier to manage and tackle them one at a time. Another helpful strategy is to create a schedule. This doesn't have to be a rigid timetable, but rather a general outline of when you will work on certain tasks. This can help you stay on track and hold yourself accountable. Now, you might be wondering why it's so important to overcome procrastination. Well, for starters, it can lead to increased productivity. When you're not constantly putting things off, you have more time to focus on other tasks and projects. Plus, overcoming procrastination can also lead to reduced stress levels. When you're not constantly worried about deadlines and unfinished work, you can enjoy a more relaxed and peaceful state of mind. But don't just take my word for it. There are real-life examples of individuals who have successfully overcome procrastination. Take, for instance, the story of John, who used to put off studying for exams until the night before. But after implementing some of the strategies we've discussed, he was able to break the habit and achieve better grades. So let's make a commitment to overcome procrastination and achieve our goals. Remember, one step at a time and with a little bit of effort, anything is possible. Now that we've covered some of the main causes of procrastination, it's time to talk about how to overcome it. And let me tell you, it's not an easy feat. But with a little bit of effort and determination, you can absolutely conquer procrastination. First, it's important to identify your triggers. What makes you procrastinate? Is it the fear of failure? The fear of success? Once you've identified those triggers, you can start to develop strategies to overcome them. One strategy that works for many people is breaking down tasks into smaller, more manageable steps. This helps you to feel less overwhelmed and makes it easier to get started. Another strategy is to set specific and achievable goals. This helps you to stay focused and motivated. And finally, don't forget to give yourself a break every now and then. It's okay to take a step back and recharge your batteries. Just make sure you don't use that break as an excuse to procrastinate further. So there you have it, some tips and strategies for overcoming procrastination. But before we go, I want to hear from you. Have you struggled with procrastination in the past? What strategies have worked for you? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching.